peace on Sabbath, or the absence of war. This is a simple meaning, and in context, it is bringing about the reminder of wholeness. And there's actually a lot more to it. And I'm not going to dive all the way into the historical meaning, but I just want to share this in brief, because when we worship the Sabbath and we say Shabbat Shalom, it is about completeness, wholeness on the seventh day. So as we begin this Sabbath, Shabbat Shalom is an invitation to actually exchange revelation and to strengthen our soul. Okay, we go through so many different things throughout society, and so this is the day of rest. This is the day of fellowship, and also truly understanding that the Most High has given us this time for us to restore, to recuperate. And oftentimes our default belief is that the Sabbath was a very rigid religious requirement, but grace has set us free. He wants us to not only recognize His love, the Most High Yah, some may refer to Him as Jesus Christ, YAHSHUAH, and Sabbath is a declaration for us to trust and demonstrate our time and to observe that we are designed to be dependent on Him and not on our ability to provide. It's not about overworking, over-earning, and striving. It's not about focusing on how you're going to achieve certain things. It is about us resting in the assurance and the love of the Most High and allowing ourselves to clock out from the mundane of the world. When we move forward on this Sabbath, I want you to remain encouraged, okay, throughout the day, and let this day bring about restoration for the coming days. Keep in mind too that when we look at the origins of Sabbath, it is a God-ordained vacation day. Shabbat or Sabbath is one of the first things we ever learn about God's character. Immediately after creating man in His image, He allowed him to rest. He allowed him to sleep. And we're going to base that off Genesis 2:1-3. And it says, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all of the host of them. And on the seventh day, God finished His work that He had done, and He rested on the seventh day from all His work that He had done. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all His work that He had done in creation." So at the onset of history, the Lord rested for His work, setting that day apart and calling it holy. And that first day of rest established a basic truth about God. He desires us to dedicate our time to chill, to relax, to rest. So the actual institution of the Sabbath, when God's people were commanded to set it apart as a holy day, is also one of the main things in the Ten Commandments, based on Exodus 8-11. And throughout Hebrew scriptures, the Most High Yah has given us further instructions on how to observe this. And we're not going to get fully into that, but I just want you to understand that just like, Friday night going into Saturday night, okay, this is our day of observance, our Sabbath. And truth of all of this is that although I kind of got away from worshiping the Sabbath, oftentimes when you're wanting things to actually work out for you, we have to become obedient to what God says. Sometimes God is going to be quiet when you wondering, okay, why this or that isn't working. He already told us what He wants us to do. He's not going to repeat like worship the Sabbath, worship the commandments, do this or that. He's going to allow you to go through some things so that you can course correct and you can say, okay, maybe I should be obedient to the Most High. Think about the role of a father figure. And I'm not trying to trigger some of you if you ain't got a father figure, okay? Just imagine the role of a godly father figure. Your father wants to give you the world. Your father wants to do great things for you. But He's going to give you some instructions. He's going to give you some guidelines. And if you fall away from that, He's not going to give you what He promised you. He may punish you. You may go through some things. But ultimately, in order for you to get what the Father wants for you, it requires you to be obedient. And so this is a reminder to worship the Sabbath. It is a gift of rest. It is not to control you. It is for you to actually have reprieve. And Sabbath is something that we should really take our time to really reflect on the positive things that has happened in our life, and even be thankful for the things that weren't so positive, because without that you wouldn't be able to enjoy the greatness. I also want to share Genesis 2 and 3. It says, God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work that he had done in creation. So, did you catch that word, rested? The Hebrew word, the first occurrence word, Shabbat or Sabbath, is in the scriptures. This word simply means to cease from doing, cease from labor. And so this is a time for us to honor this Sabbath for our health and our well-being. God valued this concept of rest so much that he included it in the 10 Commandments. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Exodus 20:20. So go forth on the rest of this day. Again, it is not a requirement, y'all. It is a reward, and it is a sign of obedience to what the Most High has for us. YAHSHUAH HaMashiach, Jesus Christ himself, observed the Sabbath. However, he was not shy to correct those that turned Shabbat into a complicated minefield of rules and rigid regulations. He was determined for us to refocus it once again on the true source, and that is celebration of peace and the absence of war.